You just got to get on the bank.
Well, good morning. Join us on the Derwent yet again. Peg 2 today, this is. One I've not fished before, Colin has. Starting out on a bollo. I've put a small nugget of ground bait in with a few maggots and a little bit of hemp. Not a lot. I'm hoping I can loose feed maggot. And we'll see where we go. I have set a feeder rod up just in case. I'm hoping we're not going to need that. What is it today? 3rd, 4th of March, I think. So we're coming off the back of a couple of fairly dry days. The weather's been relatively warm. We're 8 degrees at 6 o'clock this morning, so I'm just starting probably about 6 inches off the bottom. I've had a couple of what look like little indications, but I'm still yet to learn what happens on the peg. Just going to loose feed very lightly, just a few maggots. And we'll see where we go. Colin's on the next peg down. I think he's struggling a bit, trying to get a waggler running. No doubt he'll catch up with you shortly. It's a beautiful day. Out without a jacket on for the first time in the year. It's a fair bit of pace to the river. I'm on a 3 gram bollo, 2.5 gram olivet, and just a few droppers strung out below it. As usual, it's a try and keep it simple rig. Don't like to overcomplicate things if you don't need to. I think that might just be touching bottom there. Not seen any damage to the bait yet, so I'm pretty sure we're not getting... It's not little fish. I think it must just be touching bottom. Yeah, that's just touching bottom there. Well, took a minute. Must have had a dozen runs through. And we've connected. But we have connected with a nice roach. Not bad for a first fish. That was quite a way down the peg. That was holding back, but not really hard. Just trying to vary it a bit.
Now then, finally set up. It is 9 o'clock from 7. Made a right mess this morning, but anyway. We're meant to be on Trent, but Trent's flooded again, off at banks. There'll be a couple of 3 pegs and it's fishable, but over it, I just couldn't be bothered to go up and down them slippy banks unless you're fishing off at top of bank anyway, but just not for me up today, this week. So we're back on here. I'm on peg 1 at Belper district. And has been set up ages. He's had 1 fish, I think, a roach. Sun's in my eyes. Can get my glasses in a minute. But I'm on a waggle, I'll show you the rig in a minute. I've already just set it up. River's nice, we've got a lovely flow on it at the moment. I'll look at a bit, see what's down there. When the float gets further down there, I'll start struggling to see it a bit. Bit of white water. Right, I'm going to get set up properly because I've got the mics on the note. Now then, finally got set up. Swapped over now to a bollow. I got stuck up tree. Can't even see me float now. About 12 foot deep here. I'm on peg one at Belper and District. I'm probably a bit deeper than what it is here now because I'm not touching bottom yet, I don't think. Trent is absolutely flooded again. It's over at banks. We was going, like we told you. Andy went up Sunday. It's now Tuesday. Andy went up Sunday. Callum Bridge was shut, but that was for a burst pipe. All fields were flooded. There was a few cars fishing, but there'd be very limited number of pegs. I didn't fancy it anyway, 2 slippery banks and all that lot. I just thought, no, not for me, though. So we're back down here again, give it another go. Not that there's anything wrong with down here, I like it down here. Float's wrapping round it. I don't think it's going to be a float day after spending last 4 hours trying to set up. Like I say, everything that could go wrong has gone wrong. It's been an absolute nightmare. But I wanted to leave this rod set up so next time I come anywhere, sounds like Andy's on feeder. Instead of a plot. My line's going round it all the while now. Downstream wind. Go into a trout. If it can get it in, it's pulling well. Anyway, I forgot to tell you what one. I'm on my Acolyte 17 foot float. This is just the float rod, this isn't the specimen. A nice little fight on this. I'm fishing about 12 foot deep. Jim Robbins into edge line, £3 main line. I've got a bollow on. I've only had about 4 runs through and I've just had a fish. Well, some of a brownie bit looks on it. Just had enough now. Corner at mouth. There we go. Finally. Nice brownie. Right, got 3 maggots on. Rigs like this. Try and do this without breaking up. Got Olivet on, 2.5 gram, 3 gram. A Drennan, Vizzy Trotter. Like that look. 3 gram. 2.5 gram Olivet, and then a few down line light. Pinch. We're back at it.
Well, made a tactical change again. I've just chucked a maggot for a ground bait feeder just to see the wind. Every time the wind gets up, I can't see the float for the ripple on the water. So I thought I'd just try why it's like that. I thought, well, I might as well try a ground bait feeder. just to see. Obviously, I'm throwing on the same line that I've been feeding for the bolo. And I'll keep feeding it loose because I do want to drop back on the float. It's just, this breeze is just making it a bit difficult. Looks like Colin's caught one. Should have picked up on that. I'll give that 30 seconds because that could have damaged my bait. Nice try, yeah. It's just good to be out again. I went to look at the Trent on Sunday with a view to fishing that today or yesterday. The dike was about an inch off of coming over at Newark. I spoke to a guy fishing and he couldn't hold bottom. The amount of rubbish coming through didn't look feasible to me. I went to East Stoke and Ralston and had a look and they were pretty much the same. They were unfishable. That's it. First feeder fish. Feels very trouty. Yeah. Feels trout. And it's off. You win some, you lose some.
Now then, I've just gone up feeder rod. I'm going to try over there. I'm just going to work my way out there. I'm holding bottom how it is now anyway. We're right out there, look. Over towards that bush. Well, if you can see it. And is there, look. And is there, look. Give him a wave. But like I was saying, it's Trent's been shocking this year. Shocking. Don't even know what whether we'll get on it again. Look. Right. River Trent then is 1.68, so it's just about under big line. So it's come down a bit. It was 180 something. And on here today it is 1.08, which is meant to be like nearly perfect. But how do you work that out? How come this is just about right and Trent's absolutely raging off at bangs? So it'll take it a while to run down because it were all in fields, Andy says, when he went up Sunday. A couple of people fishing it, but he sat and watched one bloke for a minute or two and he says, and he reeled in and he got more crap on his line. And when we used to fish East Bridgeford, we noticed that we could never buy a bite when you were going crap on line, and an old bloke come up who used to fish it. This were on Knott's straight flat trade. This were at Knott's AA. And he said to us, he says, if you get loads of crap on your line, he says, don't bother you. He says, go on, come back in a couple of days when it's all calmed down. He says, they don't like it when you're getting all, he says, unless you can find a slack, getting a big slack where there's no crap coming there. And we've kind of found them to be right. I don't know what your lot's find like, but we've never really done any good in that. You know, too much drag on. I'm actually clipped up here because I'm fishing right over. So I've just had a cast in, and my first cast in on feeder. I'm not all the way over, but well over 3/4. And this is a 40 gram, and I'm holding bottom.
Well, first run through on the float again. Oh, we're wearing. Another hook pull, but the point of the hook's still sharp, so it's just bony mouth trout, I think, that. I've been feeding this line all the time. I've been on the feeder, just 6 maggots, a little bit of amp every now and again. It's not the easiest to float the pegs to see you float. There's a lot of reflection of the branches, so you tend to be in and out of the shadows a lot with a float, but you can see the bites. We'll see if we can actually get this one in the net. I've lost 2 today. No, that one's come off. What's going off, Colin?
Don't know, we all haven't done.
Yeah. It is, yeah, but it's still not brilliant. Very small, very slippery brown trout. I know it's not the conventional way to cast a bollo, but I can't side flick it because the trees are in my way. But it's working, we're getting it there. That was a bite, definitely. Yeah. I really don't believe there's a nice way to fish, though, than to sit there and run a float through. For me, we're all different.
Now that Andy's just gone back up float rod, wind's dropped a touch. And he's just had another brownie, so I'm going to try it myself now. See if we can get anything. My wind's still pulling it right round my float.
F1 cool water, turbo and 50... Well, I've moaned one on again. See if we can keep it on this time, will be a start. It's a trout.
Yeah, of course you can, mate. Derwent won't brownie up, catch it today. There you go, mate. You'll look like this.
No! That's 4. I'm going to. Well, that's 3 or 4 I've lost today. The hook's dead sharp, it's clean. I'm going to assume it's just bony mouth trout. The only thing I can think of is to go up a size in hook. But I'm struggling for bites a bit as it is, to be honest, so I'm a bit peeved to go up a size in hook. Frustrating.
Some hemp. Just chuck something out there. I turn it round and put your dot on it somewhere. Trains are bloody busy today. I'll put your dot on there where I'm feeding now. I think I'm going to stop on feed at rest at shift. I'm feeding I'm on a 40 gram feeder, black cat. I'm going to shorten my hook length down a bit in a minute. But I'm going to give this a bit of a go and see how we'll go on.
Right. Bit of a tactical change. I've just tied a new hook length up. I'm that unorganised, I haven't even tied any hook lengths up for this job. I think I'm going to tie them up on the bank. I've gone for, even though it's a size smaller, technically it's a bigger hook with a lot wider gape. They're a sharper hook as well. They're just a better quality gear hook. So we'll see if that stops me losing fish. Like I say, I think inevitable hard bony mouths of trout, you're going to lose fish. But I think I've lost more in the last hour, 2 hours, than I've lost all season. I'm going to put it down to the hook getting a bit blunt and maybe being a bit too small. But we'll see what happens. I did miss another bite actually while I was tying the hook length up. So start at month, end at month. Right, and I could do with some maggots, so I'll have to call in on my way home today then. Yeah, what time are you shutting?
4.
Oh, that's one on.
Right, Belper.
Yeah. I have, mate, yeah. Oh, no. Andy, what's going off? I've lost 5 trout today. I've changed my hook length. I've gone to a bigger hook.
Now then, Paul's just got us permission to do a video at pond and everything, so I don't know whether it'll be today or not, but I think we're going to pop round and have a look and show you the whole lot that you get for money. Sorry about this, I've just had my dinner. I'll put out me eating. Well, get rid of the noise. I think it's only a little brownie. Oh! Well, it was. It's going off today.
It's going already. All right then. What time are you closing today? 4?
4, yeah.
Yeah, I'll make sure I'm up there before then, mate.
Yeah, alright.
Cheers, nice one. See you later.
Bye, bye.
Well, we'll see if we can actually land this one. We'll see if we can land this one. As easy as that. As easy as that. Small little brown trout. Now then, I'll just show you my rig, because I use a different rig to Colin. I don't know if you'll be able to see it. What I have is a twin twizzled boom. It's got a quick heli change, quick swivel for my hook length, and then I tie a twizzled boom, then put a float stop on the dead end of the twizzled boom, and then tie another twizzled boom with the feeder in it, which will pop over the knot, so it's not a death rig, but it gives you the bolt effect. But I think more importantly for me than the bolt effect is that bit of twizzled line protects it with the metal swivel running on it. It doesn't chafe the line as quick. I'm not saying that that's the rig to use. I'm not saying that I claim to have invented it or anything, but it's what I've been using, and it seemed to work okay. Until I have a problem with it, I think I'll keep using it. It's slightly different to how Colin ties his rigs. But like I say, we're all different, and just by doing something different doesn't make it right or wrong. But what I can say is I haven't had to retie that swivel boom since I first tied it it's probably wrong to admit it, but this is months ago now. So, obviously, it must work. But it's not helping me to stop me losing the fish. I don't know what well, I just don't know what's going off there. To be quite honest, short of going up again into a bigger size hook, I don't really know how to stop it. Don't you just love it? Colin sat there saying, I've just lost the fish and now it's gone completely dead as his rod nearly come off at rest. That's just how it happens.
My peg's dead dead straight away as soon as I lost one. Hey up, so he says. Moaned one on. Man, when you see him twisting and turning, it's no wonder they come off, isn't it? I say, when you see these twisting and turning, it's only a little babby. You see these twisting and turning, it's no wonder they come off. Professionally. Here we go. Lovely little brownie. No point looking for tattoos on them. These are all wild ones apparently, but they've not released none. Chub and barbel they released. So, we'll have a look.
I've done a Colin. I've moaned one on. Whether I can keep it on though, that's another matter. That one stayed on, right in the jaw. Bit nicer brownie.
Well, off again. If I can keep it on. This is on my 12-foot acolyte distance. Love this rod, it's lovely. I've took my commercial out now. Oh, I hope this is holding on a bit. Drag off a touch. No, a bit too much. I hope Andy's in and all. Another brownie. Come on, baby. There we go. Nice, isn't it? Goes ready. I'd like a 12-foot wheel, a lot more power than this one. That'll cast over there in flow. Yeah, I know, but I knowed. You can only go 3 ounce with this, can't you? Anyway, we're back in again. I'll just talk it to Andy. It's a little in this time. Another brownie. Button. Have to give them a bit of a rest until they kick in a bit. Now then, it's not far off 2 o'clock. Slowed right down again. And he's not really doing out either. He's just had a bait up. I've chucked a bit in. Can't tell a little bit of a run and that. Might still winter. I mean, although look, we've seen all bods and everything. They've been shouting all day. I don't know if you can see them. All geese. Yup. Just had a bite. Just about to try and mow one on. Well, keep going. Put your back on, Rod. See what that's like for it. Camera angle's crap.
Well, it's 20 to 2 and it's gone very quiet. So I've just put 2 of them in. That's a Preston bait up. I've just put 2 of them in with some ground bait and maggots and hemp. Just all the way, I suppose I am forcing it just to see if I can connect with anything in the last hour. Can't stop too late today, unfortunately, because I need to get to the shop for some bait for Thursday. Otherwise, I'd have perhaps stopped till 4 o'clock today. Not be long and we'll be able to stop till 7 or 8 o'clock at night. Will not be long until the season ends. Just said to Colin, if this weather keeps up, fancy a bit of paste fishing down the edge on the pole. Maybe Springvale, maybe Aston, maybe Portland, but I dare say their platform's underwater at the minute with how bad Newark is. It's funny how a few warm days makes you think of summertime fishing. Chances are we'll have a foot of snow next week, just because it's 10 degrees plus this week. Well, my 2 big bait-up feeders hasn't prompted a quick response. The only other thing I can change really now is to go for a maggot feeder. Colin's not really set the world on fire with it. He's done better than me, but I don't think he's not done anything brilliant with it. But we're out, we're getting bites, we're not blanking. I'm not risking life and limb on treacherous banks with rivers that are flooded, so everything's good. If we can get up there with a barrow, I reckon professionally mounted one on then. Yeah. To say that we're fishing in about 12, 13 foot of water, these fish don't half swim up to the top quick as soon as you hook them. As soon as you hook them, they jump, don't they? It's definitely a trout. It's giving me a good run around, this one is. Come on, this time. He's in. Not particularly a big one, but it's strong. With a nice brownie. Wow, we went off like a rocket ship. Very fit fish, that. It's nice to see one of it. It's the first bite I've had for an hour. Just up the feed a little bit last hour now, and I'm not, for what maggots I've got, they're not worth taking home, so I'll just up the feed a little bit and see if it induces another bite.
Andy thought you were on a tuna then. Are you striking into then, a tuna? Yeah, Andy's on one. Try and zoom in on that for you. You'd have thought it were a blue tuna. I was struck into it. I think it took him by surprise. Don't know how much you'll see on it, but I'll have a look. There you go. We got it in anyway.
Well, I can't resist. Last 15 minutes on the float. The light's getting bad now to see the float. I can just see it enough. It's been a difficult day. Not fished as well as I hoped it would. The weather's been up and down. We had an 8-degree night last night, so I say it's not fished as well as we hoped. We've caught. Whether the levels have come down a bit throughout the day, I think they perhaps have. It certainly don't seem to be running quite as fast as it did this morning. Although it's not like summertime when it's struggling to pull the waggler through. That's what you call poaching. That's literally right in front of you. Just shows you how far down the river these maggots go, even though there's no flow really, or not a lot of flow. You've got 12 foot of water. I'm suspecting a trout, but it's not banging like a trout. That's because it's not a trout. That's made the day worthwhile. I'll give that one a minute to rest in the net. There you go, wicked kid, nice. It's coming up to the net, and there we go. An absolutely pristine, beautiful River Derwent grayling. I'm going to say that's a female. You can tell by the dorsal fin. The male has a much taller dorsal fin. Absolutely beautiful, off like a rocket.
Oh, I mean, again, I've just lost one and I'll just change it battery. I thought it was quite a way away. A bit widdly that one is. Very slimy. Give him a rest a minute. Very deep that were hooked. Oh, this might be at last cast. Put it back on rods for a bit. And he's on about going. Don't been too bad. Again, for winter fishing anyway. What more do you expect? A few pound trout. Don't know where all roach are and that, but yeah, another one. Oh, yeah. Gone for a trip down river, that one. Yeah. Another brownie. Well, that's it, done up.